future. Once upon a time, on a faraway island, there was a magical town at the base of a volcano. This town was called Rainbow Land, and its citizens were safe because the volcano had not erupted in 100,358,293 years. On this particular day, everyone was preparing for Rainbow Land's annual beach party. It was a hot day, and there was a sandy beach at the base of the volcano. Over on Princess Lane, the town royalty were trying to decide what food to bring. Princess Elena, Princess Ariel, Princess Rapunzel, and Moana all showed up to help out. Elena said, "I want to bring some fruit."
I want to bring some fruit.
Moana said, "Oh yes, I love fruit."
Oh yes, I love fruit.
Ariel said, "I want something sweet."
I want something sweet.
How about a cake?
How about a cake?
Rapunzel thought, what if we put fruit on the cake?
Let's put fruit on the cake.
All the princesses said, "Ooh." Moana grabbed the bowl and said, "Let's add some chocolate."
Let's add some sugar.
Ariel grabbed the bowl and said, "Vanilla icing and chocolate candies."
Vanilla icing and chocolate candies.
Elena grabbed the bowl and said, "With ice cream on top."
With ice cream on top.
And Rapunzel grabbed the bowl and said, "Lots and lots of star fruit.
Lots and lots of stuff.
We'll call it the magical starshine cake."
We'll call it the magical starfall cake.
So all the princesses sat down and began to prepare this cake. On the other side of the island, the heroes were debating over what game to play. A farmer, Lloyd Ninjago, Batman, Batman went to go stand by Lloyd, and Dusty all came to work together. Dusty said, "Let's play my video games."
Let's play my video game.
Lloyd said, "You can't play video games at a beach party."
You can't play video games at a beach party.
"How about checkers?"
How about checkers?
The farmer said, "How about a nice game of tag?"
How about a nice game of tag?
Batman said, "I have a beach ball.
Have a beach ball.
Since we're going to the beach, let's play that."
We're going to be like that.
All the heroes said, "Yeah!"
Yeah! Yeah.
And then they stood up and began to walk. As soon as they were ready, everyone traveled to the beach. They walked up Candy Cane Mountain and through the magical dancing vegetable garden
Go. Get the cake.
until they all finally made it. And the two groups met up to enjoy this cake. They all sat in the center of the island and began to enjoy their yummy cake.
Oh, it's delicious.
Lloyd said, "This cake is delicious."
This cake is delicious.
Moana said, "Thank you very much."
Thank you very much.
The farmer said, "Rapunzel, how do you come up with such yummy cakes?"
How to make yummy cake.
And Rapunzel said, "I have lots of free time in my tower."
I have lots of fruit in my tower.
Elena said, "I could eat this every day."
I can eat it every day.
Dusty said, "Now that everyone is done,
Now that everyone is done,
let's play ball."
let's play ball.
Everyone said yes, and Batman ran to grab the
Yes!
ball.
I can get a piece with the ball.
They cleared the picnic area and began to play.
Let's play.
Batman tossed the ball to Elena. Ready?
I'm not ready yet.
Elena passed the ball to Lloyd. Lloyd passed it to Moana. Moana passed it to Rapunzel. Who passed it to the farmer? Who passed it to Ariel? Who passed it to Dusty? Dusty tried to pass it, but with one strong hit, it went sailing into the woods. All the friends gasped. Dusty said, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Sometimes I forget how strong I am.
Sometimes I forget how strong I am.
Everyone was afraid to go look because the woods were dangerous, but they all went and traveled to go and find it. Once they were in the woods, Ariel said, it's awful creepy in here.
It's almost creepy.
They all stopped inside the woods. Lloyd said, let's find the ball and get out of here.
Let's find the ball and get out of here.
Dusty said, it couldn't have gone far.
The tree's gone far.
Moana said, I'll climb a tree to find out.
I'm going to try to find out.
But before she could climb the tree, Rapunzel shouted, there it is!
There it is.
I see it!
You see it.
And Rapunzel ran over to grab it. Rapunzel said, it's stuck.
It's stuck.
And Batman said, grab on to it. Batman said, it's tangled in the roots.
Finger in the root.
Elena said, hurry, let's help.
Hurry, let's help.
All the friends joined together and began to pull back and forth. And back and forth. And back and forth. And with one last pull, the friends pulled the ball away. And they felt, and it was free. All of a sudden, they heard a huge rumble. Lloyd said, oh no! The volcano is angry.
The volcano is angry.
It's going to erupt.
It's going to erupt.
Ariel said, that's impossible.
That's impossible.
It hasn't erupted in
It hasn't erupted.
100 million,
100
358,000,
358,000.
293 years.
298 years.
Suddenly there was a loud crash and everyone jumped. The smoke began to erupt from the top of the volcano and everyone shouted, oh
no! Look, the smoke.
no! Suddenly there was a voice from the volcano. The amazing thing happened. The volcano began to speak, and no one had ever heard the volcano speak before.
I have watched you have an annual pool party on this beach for 100,358,293 years, and I never get invited. It isn't fair. I want to play too.
Dusty said, I'm sorry, volcano.
I'm sorry, volcano.
We didn't know you needed an invitation.
You didn't know you needed an invitation.
The farmer said, you're our island,
You're on an island.
so you're always invited.
You're always invited.
Batman said, we're sorry we hurt your feelings.
We're sorry, dear, your fears. What is playing with you?
Elena said, we would love to invite you.
We would love to invite you.
But Moana said, you didn't have to get mad.
You didn't have to get mad.
All you had to do was ask.
All you had to do is ask.
I'm sorry too. I got mad too soon. I should have just asked politely.
The friends all forgave the volcano, but unfortunately the lava was getting closer. Uh-oh. Oh. Lloyd said, what do we do?
What do we do?
The farmer said, well, since Dusty and I can put out fires,
Well, that's it. And we can fire.
we can fly from above
We can fly out the bug.
and try to stop it.
Try to stop
And
it.
so they flew around the mountain. Rapunzel and Batman went to one side. Lloyd and Elena went to the other. Moana said, Ariel and I are used to the sea.
Ariel and I are used to.
We'll send a huge wave.
We'll send a huge rain to cool down the lava.
There we go. So everyone quickly ran to put out the lava. With the water from above and the wave crashing in, the lava finally stopped and everyone was safe. From then on, the volcano is always politely asked to join the party. And everyone lived happily ever after. And they occasionally enjoyed a dance party.
Se llama de apellido Vittori, en la jura de bandera del muchacho, se le faltó que se llama de apellido Vittori, en la jura de bandera del muchacho, se le faltó.
All right, my friends, can everyone make a line for me? Line up. Awesome.
Snap.
Yeah, Farmer, watch out. Oh, be careful. Make a line for me. Annabelle, Noah, come make a line. Oh, not at the door. We're not leaving yet. Everyone come line up. Noah, can you stand by Annabelle? Can we let Weston in? All right, my actors, can everybody take a bow for me?